Hello and welcome back to Robotics for All Week 8. For our last week, we're going to create a trivia game using file reading, which we learned about in Week 7. To start off, let's review the game. If I go ahead and click Run here, you can see that the following is printed: the question, 4 answer choices, and a spot to enter your answer. You can see here that if I type in a letter answer, for example B, it will tell me whether I got the answer correct or incorrect. I can do this for every single question that gets printed out. After I answer each question that gets printed out, you can see that at the bottom here, it will tell me the number of questions I got correct and the number of questions I got incorrect. Unfortunately, I got all questions incorrect. Let's go a bit further in depth with each question. You can see here that if I type in an answer that isn't one of the answer choices, for example G, it will tell me to type in an appropriate answer. In this case, an answer that is A, B, C, or D. This will work with numbers or even random characters. So for now, I'll go ahead and type in A, and there we go, I got it correct. One other thing to notice is that immediately after I type in the correct answer, the next question is displayed. Think about what kind of code structure you might need to do a repeating process. Next, let's talk about the files. You can see here that I have 2 files. A questions file, which obviously houses all my questions and answer choices, and my answers file, which obviously houses all the answers to each question. In order to create a questions and answers file, you'll have to go to the top here and select Add File. Then type in the name of your file. In this case, Questions and Answers file. For our questions file, make sure that you follow this exact format. The very first thing I have is a question, followed by 4 answer choices, A, B, C, or D. You should do this for every single answer or for every single question you want to add. So in this case, for question number 2, I have the question and 4 answer choices. For number 3, the question and 4 answer choices. For your questions and answer files, you will need to create at least 5 questions. If you want to create more questions, then go ahead and do that. Next, let's talk about the answers file. You can see here that for the answers file, I need to have the correct answer for each question. So for example, for question 1, the correct answer is A. So that means I need to enter A first. Then, for question 2, the correct answer is B. So then I will need to enter B as my second answer. Then, for question 3, the correct answer is C. So, for our third answer, I will enter C, and so on for all 5 questions, or if you have more, for then that many questions. Make sure to finish all the questions before class, because you will have less time to write the code for the game. Before we go, I will demonstrate the game one last time. So once again, I can type in any answer I want. It'll show me whether the answer is correct or incorrect. Then, right after, it'll display the next question. So I'll go ahead and type in B. And finally, for our last question, I will type in C. And at the bottom here, it gives me the results. How many questions I got correct, and how many I got incorrect. Thank you, and remember that you could have at least 5 questions done before the next class.